Hi everyone, welcome to the community classroom discussion related to dualism and duality with respect to ancient names. We noted previously some anomalies related to the name Cain. Now there are also some anomalies related to the name Seth, and we're just going to check those out. And if you have some insight about this anomaly, please share. First of all, when looking in Strong's Concordance for the name Seth, another spelling comes up, and it is SHETH. And what happens in the discussion is that there's an indication that this name Seth is spelled in multiple ways. One is this SHETH and then SETH, which is the typical way that the name is noted. And so it's interesting that you have the primary spelling here for 8352 as the SHETH. What you also note over to the side, if you look over to the right hand side, is you can see where this name shows up in scripture. And you can also see over on the left where this name is rooted. And so you see that the definition of the name is supposed to be a son of Adam. When you go down further in the discussion, you see the root of this name, and you see that there's a bit of a difference here in terms of what it means. And you see that it means substituted, third son of Adam, and then you see both of the spellings. If you look over to the right, however, you see something very interesting with respect to the spelling of this name in the King James Version specifically. So when the name first appears in the King James Version, it is SETH. Later, however, in Chronicles, it appears as SHETH. There's no indication as to why these various spellings are presented in the same version of the scripture. And here you see this confusing dynamic in context. So you see in Genesis 4:25, the name is spelled SETH. And then you see a difference again in Numbers 24:17, where the spelling is SHETH. And what's really odd, considering who Seth is supposed to be, is this commentary where it says that out of Israel will rise someone who will destroy all of the children of Seth or Sheth. And here, looking at a different source, you see the Easton's Bible Dictionary and Nave's Topical Index. What's coming out of here is that Sheth with the SHETH means tumult. And when you see the indication there in this particular version, you see that it is indicating the sons of tumult. There's also a suggestion that in this context that this is not actually a proper name. But then you see after that that this entity, Sheth, is considered the antediluvian patriarch. And then there's the reference to 1 Chronicles 1:1. And here you can see some additional odd dynamics with these spellings, and you can see there are multiple names just in small passages where the names are spelled in different ways in the same scripture. So you have Seth and Sheth, you have Enosh and Enos, you have Noah and No, and then you have a variety of ways of spelling Ashkenaz and a number of other words like Chittim or Kittim and Tarshish. And so this is definitely something that's noteworthy because when looking at this, you may not automatically connect that these are correlated names, that these are supposed to be the same people. And this is just for reference, so if you want to check it out, you can see 1 Chronicles 1, the King James Version. That's one version that was considered. And here you see another version that was incorporated into the analysis, and this is the Dewey-Rheims, and this is 1899. And you can see these various spellings that are inconsistent with what you typically see with respect to the spellings of these names. You see the Noah as no, you see Sham as opposed to Ham, and you see Sem as opposed to Shem, and then you see a very unusual spelling for Ashkenaz also down below. You also see Enos versus Enosh. And here in the Wycliffe Bible, you also see this dynamic going on with 1 Chronicles 1. So you can compare these versions and see the varieties in terms of the name spellings. And you can see how much confusion may ensue because of this. And as we wrap this up, not only do you have Seth being spelled two ways in one version, you also have Seth being a transliteration of Set. And Set is a part of the pantheon of Egyptian mythology. So this is a very odd dynamic, and there is not significant explanation as to why this is the case. Along with the anomalies related to the name Cain, now you have these anomalies related to the name Seth. And both of these dynamics require a bit more research and exploration and explanation. Remember, knowledge is power. Take care. See you soon.